This is the Children's Piano Choir. I am the director, Diana Sinar, and this is the first time we've been out of the state of Maryland. We just formed our ensemble this year, although these are students that I teach on a regular basis. And we are celebrating our 10th anniversary of an organization called Piano for Youth. And to celebrate Piano for Youth, its 10th anniversary, we have formed a children's piano choir that is now starting to tour. And so you're going to hear compositions, kind of standard piano repertoire in the so-called European world. But along with that, we will be doing some original compositions that I write. I'm a composer by profession, and I spent, that's about 10 years in New York, writing for Broadway and off-Broadway and television and radio. And then I moved back home, which is Baltimore, Maryland, to help out with mom and stuff like that, really family. And I had a family of my own while I did all of that. And in the realm of wanting to give back music, I started teaching. And now I teach privately, and these are some of my best students. And you're now the Children's Piano Choir. I'm not going to leave stuff out because I'm not the best salesman in the world. But I hope you guys are great students, because I'm going to be asking you to participate with us on some of the songs that we do. And yes, Mr. Sinar, this is my husband, KD Sinar. It's going to be a few words.
Yeah, I wanted to introduce them.
Oh, yes.
On behalf of the Community Awareness Series, we want to thank you very much for coming out this afternoon. I think you can have a great time and be inspired as well. We've been conducting these programs for the last 36 plus years here at Miller Branch Library and around the city and the county and the state and so forth. And that, so it's always an honor when we can get the youth and the children involved in the cultural arts and to have them do a presentation for us, because it shows really where the potential is at and you know, where we need to really focus our energies and be able to cultivate this young talent, and that because a lot of things could grow out of that. I want to also, before we start, I was going to bring up Kim Williams, who is working with the Urban League, and to talk about, just briefly, about the Affordable Care Act, which is very important that more and more people get health insurance. And this is the big push throughout the country, is to increase the numbers of people getting and having health insurance. And that it's very important that we do this as a community. So with that, I'm going to ask Kim to come up and have a few words on Affordable Care Act, also sometimes called Obamacare. And Obama said he does care, so he doesn't mind it being called the Obamacare. So here's Kim Williams.
Good evening. How is everyone doing? My name is Kimberly Williams Sarara, and I'm here on behalf of the Urban League of Hudson County, CEO Elnora Watson, and the project director of the Affordable Care Act, which is Neonu Watson. I just wanted to let everyone know that it is very important that you do enroll and that everyone receives the coverage that they have been given and granted by our president, Barack Obama, also known as the Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act. What a lot of us in the community do not know is that even though the enrollment has closed for individual coverage or for family coverage, you can still apply for Medicaid. There's no deadline on that, and there's new federal changes that have been made towards the Obamacare, or should I say towards the Medicaid enrollment. There are those of the incarcerated population, or should I say the criminal justice population, that are now eligible. There are a lot of immigrant immigrant status that have, or that are in the country that can apply where at one point they could not. So we would like to invite you to please, if you have any questions, feel free after the show to speak with me. There's some literature in the back. Feel free to take that. And we're at 253 Martin Luther King Drive, where you can come down and see us Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, to receive any information as far as enrollment. Please tell a friend. It's very important. There's health coverage for all now, more so than there was in the past. So on that note, again, I'd like to thank CAS for inviting me out, and I hope you all enjoy the children's piano choir. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. This is our brief introduction before we do get into the music and these wonderful children. I also want to recognize candidate for freeholder here in Hudson County, very important position with the county and the city of Jersey City, and that's Gerard Belmere. And that, Gerard, you have a word or two for us, or you're going to cool out? Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
When I was small, I wanted to play the piano. Now to let everybody know the story, but it's really, I'm telling it to you guys. And my parents couldn't afford a piano or keyboard, so when I was young, I felt I got stuck, but now I know I was blessed. I got stuck playing the accordion. So what I learned from that is at the end of the day, and I know you children up here understand this, it takes time, it takes practice, and it takes dedication to do what you're doing. And sometimes it may not make sense, but understand the foundation of learning how to read music is a foundation that will help you for the rest of your life. Because that's something not everyone can do. So this is a blessed opportunity you have here. So I'm here and look forward to hearing you play. And just understand that, be lucky that you didn't get stuck with the accordion. Right? Have a blessed day. And happy Mother's Day to the moms.
Thank you. Yes, of course, tomorrow is a very important day. That's Mother's Day, and all of us, I don't care who you are, how old, how young, everyone's had a mother. And we were truly blessed to have one. And that I also want to mention before we go into the show, because I got an email, I looked at it today actually, and it was from Baltimore, or Columbia, the newspaper. There was a newspaper article on the group.
Oh, okay. In Columbia?
Yeah, Baltimore?
Yeah.
Maybe Baltimore, but anyway, they talked about the group and the work that Diana and Sinar has been doing with the young pianists throughout the region. And also it mentioned that you were honored, there was recognition given to you in your work by the governor of Maryland, Mr. O'Malley, Governor O'Malley, as well as the mayor, the mayor of Baltimore. And that's these are important figures that recognize the work that they're doing. And it's our honor and tribute to have them here. So with that, we're going to continue on with the program and listen to the children's piano choir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Williams. So we're just going to move through our program. I will talk to you from time to time and talk about some of the music that we're doing. But without further ado, as they say, we shall begin. So, you ready? Take your time. One, two, three, four. sure you all are familiar with the Charlie Brown music.
Yeah.
And something that I didn't know, I always thought that was the Charlie Brown theme. And it's not. It's the Lucy and Linus theme. And I didn't know that Lucy and Linus were sister and brother. But, and you know, as you do research and you got to get the information so you can give it to your students properly, I learned that information. So now we're going to go back into some time, and we're going to do waltzes. And I know with some of my little students, and I taught them, and probably one of the first pieces that they get to learn with both hands is some kind of waltz. And so they would say, Miss Diana, I play the waltz, and then I try to explain to them there are 100,000 million waltzes out there, and that at the time it was the popular dance of its time. So we're going to do a waltz from the 1700s by a gentleman, Enrique Walford, and he just calls it the waltz. One of classical composers that a lot of people have heard is Ludwig van Beethoven. And we're going to do a Russian folk song. And again, it's one of those things, lots of composers did a lot of Russian folk songs. And he did one also. In fact, he has a series of Russian folk songs. And this is one that some of you might recognize the melody to. And I should say, a funny thing happened on the way to New Jersey. We lost 2 students from sickness, and a third one, it's the father's weekend, and they hadn't seen each other in a while, and it's hard, can't compete with family. So, we said we would venture on nonetheless. And so I'm going to be filling in from time to time. Normally I don't play as much as I may be playing today, but we want to fill in and give you as much of the music as we can. So again, Russian folk song by Beethoven. Piano for Youth, and I did mention it, but the umbrella organization is called Piano for Youth. And again, as Daoud mentioned, we are celebrating our 10th anniversary. We just finished our first activity of the year where all the students, and I teach approximately 20 students, an average of 20 students or so a week. But I go to the homes of my students, and so once a year, well, twice a year, we come together as one large ensemble, and that becomes our fundraiser to help raise money for general costs and expenses, as well as a piano camp that we run every year in August, where we really try to get the community out to learn piano, because this instrument, you don't have to become a grand musician, and that may not be your focus, but any child that learns this instrument will automatically do better academically. And now it's just a research-proven fact that learning this instrument, students, their cognitive reasoning, the standardized tests, all of that just improves immensely learning this instrument. It is a power brain activity because you're doing so many things. Rhythm, this is another language. You're reading and learning another language. And saying all of that, we're going to now feature one of our students. We're going to do a piece, well, she's going to do a piece called Study in 16ths. And it's a type of note, rhythm value. 16th note is when you think of fractions. One of the things that we do in our piano camp, we've also connected math. Math is a part of the piano theory camp that we do, because math is very much a part of music, counting. And so this fraction concept, these 16th notes that she's doing, really is like when you deal with fractions. It's a small increment of time and value as you hold a note. So Ayanna Stewart is going to play Study in 16ths. As I said before, I write music, and now we're going to get you guys to join us. We're going to do a song called Everybody Needs a Hug. And it's from a CD, a children's CD that I wrote a little while back. And normally, one of our students sings this song. I don't usually do that, but as fate would have it, I'm going to sing today. But because I'm singing, you get to sing too. Everybody much true. A hug with kisses, happy, not blue. Everybody needs a hug. You can just repeat after me. Everybody needs a hug. Nice. Now together, everybody in the whole wide world needs a hug. Nice. Oh, do that again. We're gonna do that one more time, Troy. Everybody. Everybody needs a hug. Everybody needs a hug. In the whole wide world. All right, good. So hug me gently, but hug me tight. Hug me in the sunshine. Hug me at night. Hug me at night. Everybody needs a hug. Everybody needs a hug. Nice. Everybody in the oh, gotta do it one more time, one more time. Here we go. Everybody needs a hug. Everybody, everybody. Everybody needs a hug. Everybody, everybody. Everybody. Everybody in the whole wide world needs a hug. That was really great. Give yourselves another hand. And it's so true. I don't care where you're from, how small, how young. You really do. It's a healing, really.
Yeah.
It really is. Okay, and that is from our children's CD called Getting to Know Me. And we should give the website and all that information. I'm trying to learn better how to promote myself. But it's Piano for Youth 123. No, it's pianoforyouth.weebly.com to go and see activities, right? And I'll get that together a little bit later, better. Okay, another composition that I wrote, Spring Sun, we're going to do now. And Spring Sun actually came out of a need to combine the higher level students that I teach, as well as beginning students. And the majority of students that come through Piano for Youth are beginners. We start you the very first time. And you can be, the youngest I've started with was 3, and the oldest was 68. So, and I had the 68-year-old playing along with us, although she was too shy to show up at concerts, but she would do rehearsals. So it runs the gamut, but it gave me an opportunity to be able to arrange something that they could all play together. And this is one of those that we do on occasion in our concerts, and it's called Spring Sun. And as I find my part, 2, 3, 4. It's been sung. And life just wouldn't be the same with, what are those sounds on the phones? What do they call them? Ringtones. Ringtones. Another Beethoven favorite. And I don't know if some of the younger ones realize just how far back Beethoven goes. But we've got Beethoven. He was born also in the 1700s. And speaking of ringtones, no problem. It happens to the best of us. Anyway, we're going to do Fur Elise. And if you're not familiar with the title, you will certainly be familiar with the melody of Fur Elise. What is it? I'm sorry. The D section? No, you're fine. She's asking for help with the D section, and it's totally unnecessary. And you'll hear how she plays, and you'll know she doesn't need my help. Another student that normally plays with her, but she'll be fine. But if you insist, I don't know what I'm even supposed to play if you do. What part do you need? The left hand? You want me to keep time? Oh, okay. See, I now I gotta see dig for my glasses and everything. I could get away with one note. I'm serious. Get my glasses. Okay, I'll stop. I'll just squint. Okay. 1 and 2 and now from the only gentleman, and there are other gentlemen. So let it, and one of music, I mean, you see young men and young women in all areas of the arts, but this is one instrument where they don't do that, oh, that's a girl thing, I notice. Young men as well as gentlemen really enjoy this instrument. And now we're going to hear from Troy Patterson, and he's going to be doing an etude, and there's a bunch of etudes. They're considered like almost exercises for dexterity. And he's going to do one by Duvois-Noir, or Duvois-Nay, etude, Troy Patterson. Oh, 1 minute, sorry. Okay, so we're leaving the 18th century. We're going to come back up to, and I say 20th century because this particular composer, I think his major work happened in the late 20th century. And we're going to do a Stevie Wonder piece. We're going to do Higher Ground. And I think the words are so appropriate for young people. Reaching, we're always telling them how they need to do that. And you can't stop doing it. Can't do enough of it. So, Higher Ground. Ready? One, 2, 3, 4. majority of the students that I teach are African American, and Pakistani for some reason. But anyway, and so we share a lot of, I insist that each ethnic group bring their music to our concerts so that we get to know each other's language and other cultures. It's real important. And the majority of my students, we live in kind of a melting pot area of Maryland called Columbia, and it was actually developed and designed to bring all ethnic groups and cultures together. And they've managed to do that pretty good. And I taught there in the school system for a period of time, and it's interesting how the students could, over all of most of the prejudices that we deal with on an ongoing basis, they were actually able, I taught students were able to move beyond that and deal with each other from one human being to another. And I also think it's always important to bring music that I'm aware of, that, like a Stevie Wonder in the 20th century, now we're going to go back to the 19th century to bring on a composer, Scott Joplin. This is the first rag that he composed. He too was a piano teacher. And so I have a lot of, that was so exciting to discover, because I could understand, it helped me understand the music even more in terms of how he designed the music for a piano player. So all that rag stuff is just two different rhythms going on at the same time in different hands. And our next soloist is Ladra Parker with Maple Leaf Rag. That's quite something. And it's not easy to get in front of many people and play this music. So I always applaud them to be able to do that. And particularly people that we don't know and may never see again, but we hope for the impact is always there. Okay, another composition by Diana Sonar from the Getting to Know Me album. I'm going to ask you to join me join us a little bit later in the song. And it's called Little Things. It was also, I wrote it actually originally for WBAI. You get WBAI even though you're on the other side of the river, right? I wrote it for a very close friend at the time. I don't know if you guys know or if you're aware of she was a DJ. I don't know what time, it was a late night. It was after hours show that she called Nuances. And she asked me to write her a piece of music as a theme for her show. Her name is Pepsi Charles. And I just thought about, she's a New Jersey girl. That's right. Actually, originally, it wasn't Plainfield. She moved to Plainfield from, I'm gonna get it wrong, I'm not even gonna try.
Somewhere in New Jersey. Jersey City, somewhere in New Jersey.
So somewhere in New Jersey. We'll say Jersey City today, though, right? Okay, Pepsi Charles, a phenomenal woman, and may she rest in peace. But anyway, it's called Little Things, and please join me when it comes up. It's not how far you go, I know you can go far. It's not how high you fly, I know you can fly high. It's the little things you do, it's the little things from you, like hello, how are you? I'm okay, I'm doing fine. It's not what time you come, I know you'll come on time. It's not what song you sung, not all songs have to rhyme. It's the little things you do, it's the little things from you, like hello, how are you? I'm okay, I'm doing fine. Hello, how are you? I'm okay, I'm doing fine. Hello, how are you? I'm okay, I'm doing fine. All you have to do is repeat after me. Okay, doing fine. Okay, doing fine. Going far, flying high. 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 Flying high, flying high, flying high, flying high. It's the little things, very good. It's the little things from you, like hello, how are you? I'm okay, I'm doing fine. Thank you. I have to thank Ladra. She kept saying, why don't you do Little Things? I said, well, I'm not the singer. She said, but we need to put that in there, do Little Things. So I'm glad you all could appreciate it. Little Things from the Getting to Know Me Children's CD. All right. How's your Spanish? Pretty good? Well, mine is lousy, so I can hang, you can. We're going to do a piece called Ola Ola, and because I don't have the children that normally sing this, I'm gonna have to do all the parts myself. And I said, well, wait a minute, I don't have to do it all. I've got other folk that can do it with me. So again, this is one of those just repeat after me things. And it's so great because I was just thinking when you were doing little things, a year ago I was at a Montessori school teaching some music to preschoolers, and they were doing okay, going far. They were doing all, and it was just so interesting to see how it just goes all the way around. Anyway, Ola Ola, you ready? Can I have some rhythm, please? 116. So while Ladra's finding her, I'm going to go through the words real quick. And all you have to do is repeat after me. It's Ola, Ola. Ola, Ola. Ola, Ola. Ola, Ola. Ola, Ola. Ola, Ola. ¿Cómo está usted? ¿Cómo está usted? Ola, Ola. Ola, Ola. Ola, Ola. Ola, Ola. And that's it. Got it? Let's rehearse. Ola, Ola. Ola, Ola. Ola, Ola. Ola, Ola. Ola, Ola. ¿Cómo está usted? ¿Cómo está usted? Ola, Ola. Ola, Ola. Ola, Ola. Got it? Ready? And you got it, obviously. Great. Here we go. Gonna put on a little rhythm. A little bossa nova. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, Ola, Piano for Youth, Children's Piano Choir, and you guys have just been a wonderful audience. What a treat that we don't have to pull teeth or anything. Y'all just fell right in and got into it. And that just really helps us, you know? It just makes for a wonderful union of performer and audience coming together. And that kind of goes back to my old Sweet Honey in the Rock. You guys know Sweet Honey in the Rock?
We've been here.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Well, I'm a founding member, and so audience participation is a requirement in performances. So if you experience Sweet Honey, you know that. So I didn't want to even bring all of that up at the beginning because that might feel, oh, yeah. But you did it without any coercion. So we're just going to end as we began. We're just going to do a little bit more of Linus and Lucy, and we thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. I want to thank CAS, Donald Williams. He's just been such a supporter of our programming down through the years, and I just cannot thank he and his wife, Barbara. Is Barbara Williams here by any chance? Hi, Barbara. We've never met, and so I just thank you so much. They are just doing such a, talk about, just really bringing community together, and we need that, particularly in these days and times. And they were doing it when it wasn't even in style. Wow. So thank you so much. And again, I want to introduce the students again, and partial though we may be, they did a phenomenal job. I want to thank, and stand this time. I didn't make them do their, when I call your name, please stand. Ayanna Stewart. All the way. Stay. Ayanna is, she was just telling me, I can't believe. Anyway, she's 7th grade, middle school in Virginia, and she comes up to get her lessons twice a month. Troy Patterson. Ayanna is our dance captain, and with the stage and just learning our ways around, you didn't get to really see, she's quite a dancer. But when we come back again, she'll show you. Troy Patterson is our sound designer. All right, thank you. Troy is about to graduate elementary school. He's 5th grade. In Columbia, Maryland. And our captain of the Children's Piano Choir, Ladra Parker. Ladra is about to graduate middle school. She's in the 8th grade on her way to high school. Piano choir, we're going to end with a little bit of Linus and Lucy. Let's pick it up. I don't want to be confused. We just do the whole thing. Okay. Because if I say it, I'll measure you. Okay, no problem. We'll take it from the beginning.
Thank you. Let's have another warm round of applause for the Children's Piano Choir and their director, choreographer of the music teacher extraordinaire, actress, poet, writer, you name it, recording artist, Diana Sinar. Also, the gentleman behind this group as well, who brings a lot of strength and consistency over the years, another great artist, organizer of culture, and that Mr. A.D. Sinar. Thank you, A.D. That's just abbreviated amount of titles that he carries. And we're very happy that they came today, and in spite of the off and on weather, and we're very happy that you're here. Also, I want to mention that our corporate counselor is here, the city's corporate counselor, and that he heads the entire legal department of Jersey City, and that's Jeremy Farrell. Jeremy, thank you. Thank you very much. Is that one of your co-workers?
This is Paul. He works in our OEM office.
Okay, good, Paul. Thank you. And once again, we want to thank Gerard Balmier for being here and his encouraging words to the students. And Mrs. Balmier for joining us here as well, and Kimberly, and that with the ADA program. And our next program, which is on the table, hopefully you could pick it up on your way out, is going to be March 31st, Saturday night, jazz concert. It ain't, Jazz Ain't Nothing But Soul, featuring Spirit of Life Ensemble, and the great vocalist, Dwight West, with us. So that's coming up, the next one. And then in June, we have the Jazz House Kids coming in, and that out of Essex County, and that another great group that also features a lot of children in their ensemble. And that, so these are some of the things we have planned, as well as in August, the African Cultural Arts Festival, which is going to be held at the Martin Luther King Plaza. And that's going to be Saturday all afternoon into the evening, Saturday, August 23rd. And you'll be getting publicity, and you'll start to see that out here in the streets and on the emails and Facebook and you name it. Again, the African Cultural Arts Festival, Saturday, August 23rd. Last year was a big success, and we're happy to be doing it again this year. So once again, we'd like to thank you very much for coming out, and all the wonderful piano students for sharing their great music with us, and Diana. So thank you very much, and have a safe trip, and happy Mother's Day.